News.
At the Republican National Convention, party leaders are unveiling a debt clock. It will track how much the national debt has increased during President Obama's time in the White House.
This is a theme Republicans will return to time and time again this week and during the campaign. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson has made reducing the debt his top priority, and he spoke with our Mike Lowe tonight down in Tampa.
Right now, America's debt obligations exceed the entire net worth of the American public. How serious of a problem is that?
Well, it exceeds the size of our economy, and it's a very serious problem. We are days away from hitting $16 trillion, and the reason that's a problem is economic history proves when you have a debt to GDP ratio that exceeds 90%, you are starting to really harm your economy's ability to grow so it can sustain that debt. The example I use is if you're a family in debt up to your head, or over your head, how are you going to grow your economy? You can't grow your personal economy. Every extra dollar beyond the basics goes towards servicing the debt, trying to pay it down or just paying the interest rates on it.
The country, like a household, has expenses and has income.
Right. That's the deficit.
That's the deficit. Every year the gap between that is the deficit. Each year we run a deficit that accumulates the national debt.
The debt is your mortgage. You've taken that out on your house. The deficit is if your expenses exceed your income on an annual basis. So I realize sometimes people have that confused, but that's what we're talking about. And our deficit now for 4 years in a row has exceeded $1 trillion. We've added $5.3 trillion to our net during this to our debt during this administration.
When President Obama came to office, he was facing an immediate economic crisis, right? Credit markets were frozen, and the fiscal crisis is looming somewhere off in the distance. So there are those who argue he had to spend billions of dollars on the stimulus in order to stave off the economic meltdown.
Yeah, I mean, the banking crisis was already stabilized. The economy, money was flowing again through the financial system. This president had a choice to make. Do we allow the American economy that has a propensity to grow to recover all on its own without government intervention? I mean, do you allow that, or do you take money that we don't have, borrow it from China, borrow it from creditors, and create the stimulus?
Mike Lowe, Fox 6 News.